word warrior, what image floods your mind? They say the meaning of a word is in the mind of the speaker. So I'd like to tell you what I think a warrior means. I see a warrior in the women who attend my math classes at night. Some of them mothers who raise children instead of going to college. Some of them want to better provide for their families. Some of them battle with math anxiety that has plagued them for years. But all of them are breaking stereotypes. Reed versus Reed, 1971, the court ruled that a man was preferred to make decisions over an estate because, as one newspaper put it, men are better at math than women. Well, the case was taken by the notorious Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She overturned that decision. But not enough has changed in mathematics. Women are still underrepresented, and only 8% are women of color. I see a warrior in the women who are farm workers. The conditions in which some of them worked almost unbearable to hear. They were the first group when the Me Too movement started to write a letter in support because they knew all too well about sexual harassment in the workplace. I see a warrior in the eyes of every teacher who marched in LA on strike last week. 75% of them women. Teachers have one of the most important jobs in the world. And how long do they have to wait before society regards them with the respect, the pay, and the support they deserve? I see a warrior in the single moms who decide to buy diapers instead of tampons, who use all their sick days to take care of someone else, and who never miss a parent-teacher conference. I see a warrior in the parents who come home after working a full-time job to make dinner, help with homework, read a book, tuck the children in bed, do laundry, and then start all over the next day. You see, warriors are made in the small moments, the choices we make to help others, and the stand we take against injustice and racism. On July 31st, 2012, I made my choice to not stay silent, and I have fought a battle for equality that is 6.5 years going and still raging. I could not fathom that even though I excelled in education, seniority, and experience, I was being denied the same pay as the person sitting next to me simply because he was born a white man. When I went to my supervisor about the pay discrimination, she said, "Aileen, don't take this personal. Make no mistake, this is personal." The gender wage gap costs women $840 billion a year. 40% of households depend on a working woman's paycheck. If women got fair pay, we could cut the poverty rate in half. And on average, a Latina makes only 54 cents to the white man's dollar. This is personal for all of us, because when employers pay a woman less, they steal from families. When an employer pays a woman less, what do they communicate to society about the worth of a woman? So I asked you, what did you picture when I said the word warrior? Did you picture yourself? I hope you will. You are the warrior we need to make the changes we dream of. Our daughters' futures are depending on us. And how can we leave them a world where they are anything but equal? We march side by side here today as a symbol of unity, so that the rights we have won are not threatened, so that the women whose shoulders we are standing on are not disappointed by our courage. Use your voice, tell your story, uplift your sister, and make sure you vote. On March 5th, there is a special election. Make sure you are there to make sure your voice is heard. I leave you with this quote from Ruth Bader Ginsburg, where my case currently is waiting in the Supreme Court. Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. Will you join me today? Thank you.